In its effort to rid Plateau State and its environs from the activities of illegal arms dealers, Operation Safe Haven has handed over several seized arms to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons in Jos. The commander of Operation Safe Haven, Major General AbdullsalamAbubakar, while displaying the seized weapons, said that the STF personnel have sworn to defend the country and protect the lives and property of citizens, devoid of any sentiments. Funam Joshua reports.
This large cache of arms seized by the operatives of the Operation Safe Haven is being handed over to the national representative of the Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. Communities in Plateau State are still under attack, with over 600 people having been killed in the state from April of this year to date. The recurring situation has pushed the men of Operation Safe Haven into action. 14 AK-47 rifles, 1 GS rifle, 8 locally fabricated AK-47 rifles, 1 English pistol, 21 locally fabricated pistols, 1 RPG-7 tube, 1,522 rounds of ammunition and other weapons illegally owned by some people were seized and are being handed over to the appropriate agency.
The combined effect of our efforts have led to the neutralization of several bandits, arrest of suspects, recovery of weapons, as well as the capture of gun runners and prosecution of some of those culpable in fanning the embers of crisis in our joint area of operations.
The representative of the National Center for the Control of Light Arms and Small Weapons applauds the commander of Operation Safe Haven for this achievement.
It is the desire of the federal government to see that all illicit small arms and light weapons are recovered from the public and are kept in the custody where we can account for them, and then other strategic decisions will be taken on what to do with these illicit weapons.
The commander of Operation Safe Haven urges operatives of the Special Task Force to increase the tempo in the fight against insecurity bedeviling some parts of the state. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Jos.
Here in Lagos, the State Emergency Management Agency has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau to ensure collaboration and cooperation in responding to emergencies and effective disaster management. Ayomide Ajegbe has more in this report.
The mission here is to sign the MOU that will ensure interagency collaboration, which is a result of earlier conversations and meetings held between the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency and the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau.
And the benefit of humanity.
Yes. To the agency, location of evidences are important, especially at crash or accident sites, and first responders need to be informed on their roles, hence training of operation team is important.
You need to know how to approach a crash site. You need to know how to move around a crash site. God forbid, if there's a serious emergency, your protection is key. It's not just about using PPE, but you need to know what type of PPE that is required. You need to know when to go in and when not to go in. You need to know, so a lot of, it's all encompassing. And before the end of August, we will be organizing a proper training for LASEMA operations team.
The CEO of NSIB used the opportunity to call on other agencies who are yet to respond to the calls for collaboration to do so, as it says roles need to be understood and seamless.
We've been on this even with the Nigerian Police Force. We've been on this with NEMA, National Emergency Management Agencies. I think this is the third Director General in NEMA. I started 6 years ago or 7 years ago. We've been on this. We're still waiting. And I'm using this opportunity to call on these organizations to let them understand it is in the interest of Nigerians. First responders need to understand their role, and they need to understand our role so that their role will not affect our own performance.
On the part of LASEMA, they are ready to do all it takes to ensure swift and efficient response to emergencies.
This type of MOU, they are going to build the capacities of the personnel in terms of preparations, in terms of response, in terms of reconstructions, in terms of rehabilitative aspects of emergency management.
Earlier, the team had been on advocacy visit to some local governments, brainstorming with the people on how best to prevent flood while raising awareness. Ayomide Ajay, TVC News, Lagos.